Alright guys, we should be back again. I'm going to refresh the YouTube screen here just to verify that we're online. It says we're online. So here we are. This is map 3. This is Kněžmost AgroVation. It's not AgroVation, but that's how I'm saying it. So this map is by Niggels and Katsuo. The link should be updated in the description. If you might want to refresh that if you're watching live, to if you haven't gotten that refresh yet. But again, this is the third of 5 maps that we're going to look at related to the Horsch map contest. So let's just go ahead and jump on in here. Pick up our gator. Pull up our log. So we've got a bit of equipment that's loading up and no errors on our log. So just like the Oxygen David map, we are starting here kind of at the entry point, as if we've been dropped off at the start. I noticed that this the lighting on this map is darker. This map definitely feels darker than the other maps that we've been looking at. So let's take a look. Oh, look, the PDA looks very similar. So we've got all of our field layouts. Again, this is the Horsch farm area. We own no fields on this particular map. So unlike the first map we looked at where we owned all the fields, unlike the second map where we owned 3 or 4 fields, on this map we own nothing. So there appears to be some grass around here that we could do to earn some money, but hopefully there are missions. Otherwise, we might find this a pretty short play because we don't have any money to buy anything. So again, I do these videos on hard mode, and on hard mode we have nothing in the silos to start out with. We have one main sell point, and our bakery will buy select grains. So we basically have 2 sell points for our crops. We have biogas plant, we have a spinnery, and we have some place that buys wood chips. We don't appear to have anything marked on the map that buys hay, straw, and grass, but we may stumble upon that in our wanderings. There's our starting equipment. It's all fairly new. It's not, none of it's in red, so it has low hours. We're gonna take out a loan so we can buy some animals when we get to those areas. And we start out with no animals, nothing in the troughs to begin with. And our silo has a capacity of 1 million liters this go around. So guys, this is going to be Groundhog Day. Let's see how much we remember. See how much things look the same. That's the goal. Here's our office building. As was pointed out in the other video, no dancing trees. We have the visitor center over there. Have our stairs. We should look at our starting equipment, shouldn't we? So we start out with 4 tractors, 6 tractors. We range in horsepower from 147 up to 646. We have front loader arms, a bucket, and a pallet fork, silage fork or silage bucket, 2 semis, 2 case harvesters, 2 grain headers, 4 tippers, semi-tippers, a fleet of Horsch cultivators, an Amazon cultivator, some Horsch seeders, fertilized spreader, fertilized sprayer, slurry spreader, slurry tanker, and a pickup truck. And nothing is leased. till now. So let's look at the map, figure out where our shop is. So just like the second map we looked at, the shop is up here in this corner. So let's reset this. No, I did not see where it popped in. I don't know. Is that it? That's our truck, isn't it? Where did it pop? It's over here by our chickie chicks. So we will find that here shortly. Okay. So let's get on with the program. So other than this particular model looking short, I'm not a giant, but my head is coming up pretty high on those doors. It'd be nice to see this building stretched up a little bit. So those doors do not open. These doors do not open. They look nice. I wish they'd open. But they have no trigger on them. So here we have our very small shop customization icon. Again, these doors do not open. So here we have our wash bay with Horsch kind of stamped in there. That's nice. And unlike the other maps, we do have lights in here. We have our 4 bank of lights like we had in the real picture. So this is the first wash bay with lights. We want to be kind and turn off the lights when we leave. Let's see if this door opens. Here we got our tractors in here. These doors are functioning. These are not the repair toolboxes. It looks like these are just regular toolboxes. So is this a fuel point? Looks like this may be a fuel point. Wonder if we have lights in here that we can turn on. Looks like it. Alright, so we got our lights. We've got our sprayer and some other equipment parked in here under this shed. We have some tippers parked out over here. Again, we have another row of... Oh, wait. No, that's where I was already at. So here we have our additional building. And we'll come out the back. This map does have nuggets. So I don't know about the second map that we looked at, but so far the first and third map do have nuggets. So we've got some grass fields back here. Here are chickens, so we're getting closer to our gator. There it is. So I wonder if we have lights in here we can turn on. Good. So just like the first map, this is where our harvesters are parked. And some cultivators. It's as if these guys are working off the same blueprints. So, trying to get the shot from the photo. Maybe it's something like this. Looks pretty good. All right. Any eggs? Any eggs? All right. I don't see any eggs. All right. Let's run over here. So we do have missions on this map. Field 4 is 8.5 hectares at 600, almost $700,000. So that answers that question. We can earn some money running missions on at least some of the fields. Alright, so let's go over here and get to the cow area and the silos. So it was commented in chat on the other video about there's a mod now where you can open gates while you're in the tractor, and I really like that mod. I use it in both of the play series I do. I deliberately don't put mods like that in when I'm doing map videos because I want to try to leave as few mods as possible in the map videos, just to rule out possible mod conflicts or other things. I picked the Gator here because I like how it has a fairly open sight view when driving around. But that's the only mod that I usually want to activate. So this is our cow area. We've seen these sheds before. We do have lights in here. We got storage over here. Something is running in here. Not really sure what. I hear an engine of some sort running. Looks like it's a generator. Alright. So it looks like, so here this might be I don't know what that says, but I'm guessing this is water. We're just going to assume that's water. Alright, let's try to figure out where we can buy our animals at. So here we have our liquid and solid manure for our cows. We have a Silo King, so that's kind of implying that maybe this is also our BGA. So I'm looking for a buy trigger for our cows. I'm not seeing one. Hello to you in chat. I'm sorry I do not know your language. If that's Russian or some other language, I'm sorry I do not know that. If there's anybody else in chat that could run that through Google Translate, that'd be cool. So here's where we have our cow buy. I must have had my F1 closed. So I'm wondering if this is like the other map, where our cows will always just live inside. Appears that that may be the case. Alright. Let's move on. So the buy point is our Silo King there. So here's our silo system. So it looks like this particular rendition has some concrete pads set out to for the farm to add 5 more storage silos. Here we have our icon. This is where we will tip in. This is where we will get our grain out. Let's go ahead and go over here and check out field 3. With respect to field prices and missions. So field 3, we have 2.5 hectares at $200,000. All right, so let's motor on back and make our way around town. Find our sheep and pigs over there. That appears to be a firehouse. So that's the entrance to the farm complex. Looks like we have a buy point or an information icon for, so here's our egg sell point right here at the edge of the map. Alright. Looks like we have bi-directional traffic on this map. Collisions on the light posts. So we are just going to motor on. So this field is loaded with poles throughout the whole field. And let's see, do we have collisions on these poles? Oh, we don't. Just suicide right through them. So you will not have to have an issue with hired help or course play with this field because we can just drive through these poles. I wouldn't mind seeing them have collisions on them. With as many poles that are in this field, that would be quite the enjoyment of constantly having to babysit hired help to keep from running into those poles. We're just going to motor on down here. I think this is a stream. Let's get out of the cattails. Got some trees growing over into the field. That's very nice. In real life, you've always got to deal with growth into the field edge. You have to go in there and cut that back. Alright. Let's see if this road will take us up to those animal points. Alright. So this looks very similar to the first map we looked at with respect to the animal point. A very small area for our pigs. Alright. So here's where we will buy our pigs or have them delivered. food trough, our water troughs are here. And this map has a little bit larger area for the pigs. And than the first map. So here we are. Here we are on the map. The question is, okay, where are we? So this is the third of 5 maps that we're going to attempt to look at tonight. If anybody can't stick around for all 5, so there's our slurry for our pigs. I'm not sure. Let's look, see if we can find our manure. These will be in archive, so you will be able to watch these later if you can't stick around for all 5. Alright, I'm not seeing the manure pile. Maybe that'll show up here in a little bit. Maybe that's not been placed yet. It's hard to tell. Alright, sheep. Here's our sheep farm. This is clearly where our wool pallets are going to be spawning. Food trough, water trough. Now where do we unload our sheep? That is the question. Did I turn that off again? I did. These zones are not marked, and I seem to have a nasty habit of turning F1 off. So here's our sheep area. Again, it's not very big, but it is a little bit bigger than the first map we looked at. And you've got quite a bit of these open. You've got a lot of vehicle storage capability up here at the sheep farm. There's an old trash can. This appears to be, what is this? Oh. Alright, so apparently the guys that run this sheep farm, they are quite well off to have this nice place. Alright, let's motor on down to the shop. We kind of bypassed the shop because we started driving in Field 2, because we saw that the Field 2 had a whole bunch of utility poles in it, and I wanted to see if those utility poles had collisions, and they don't. So you can just drive through the utility poles all day long if you're into that kind of a thing. While we're here, let's check out this field. 29 hectares, $2.3 million. We do have missions, but my gator is obstructing the equipment spawn point. Alright, let's motor on up here to the shop, check that area out. And then it looks like all of the sell points are toward the south end of the map. We'll cut between fields 7 and 8. We'll see how big those fields are and make our way down to the shop that way, or down to those sell points that way. So overall, there's some very nice. There's the field with all those utility poles in it. You can drive through those fields all day, those poles all day long without any issue. Alright, so here is our equipment shop. Very large area to have your equipment spawn in. Well upkept shop. Look how shiny these floors are. These guys take quite the pride in the quality of their building. So we've got a customization icon over here in sell point. And fuel is behind us. Wonder where this road goes off to. So this location isn't marked on the PDA as anything, but it's an awful big area to not be used for something. It's almost like maybe this would be a future sell point that's just not been added to the map. Alright. So today we're looking at the Horsch map contest maps. Over the course of the next few days we will be looking at the other maps. There are a ton of maps to look at, and if I did my normal thing, we would probably be 3 months before I would get done all those maps. So we're going to try to take some looks at some of these maps later this weekend. I will be doing my best to kind of filter them down and maybe present you with the 10 maps that I like the best out of the submissions. Field 7 on this map is 86 hectares. It's $7 million. And there is a mission, believe it or not. I would not take a harvest mission on that map, or you'll probably run out of fuel before you finish it. Field 8, 41 hectares, $3.3 million. So a fertilizing mission on that map on that field would probably pay out pretty good, and would be able to be done in a decent amount of time. But harvesting, heck no. You're probably gonna put in 5 or 6 hours of gameplay, and then realize your harvester's gonna run out of fuel before you can finish the field, because they're only going to give you one harvester. They're not going to let you fuel up in any way, so you're just going to run out of gas. Cruel, cruel joke to allow you to do a mission on a field that size, in my opinion. Fairly long drive to get down here. Little tree-lined area. Add a little bit of extra element to this map. We had I'm wondering if if there are actual solar collectors in the real area. We had solar collectors on another map, or another version of this map. So I find it interesting that we've got two maps here with solar collectors in them. We didn't see those in any of the photos, but we didn't necessarily look at areas outside of the farm in those photos. So here we have a buy point, and they buy grain. That's that buy point right there. They buy all the grain. So let's take a look at our sawmill area, and then we'll make our way up by the bakery and what appears to be the wool buy point. So here is, now I had thought that Oxygen David had customized this scale to be wood like this, but this is now a different map, and we've got the same texture on this scale. So this must have come from somewhere else, or both of those guys basically did almost the same treatment to a scale. So here's our sawmill. This looks to be for wood chips. Logs are over here apparently. And I want to see if we have a working crane. Now we found that one nugget, but we didn't find any other nuggets. We do have a working crane. Look at that. All right. Where's our gator? There it is. Alright, let's go up here and find the bakery. And then we'll put this map to bed and bring out number 4. We seem to be hitting these maps about 30 minutes, so we should have about another hour of exploration. We can figure out how to get to the bakery from here. We've got a little path that we can take. Now if we can just get through there. There we go. So there appears to be the animal buy point. It looks very similar. We should all know what this building looks like. So here's where we go to pick up our animals and buy them if we want to deliver them ourselves. Now this part of the building looks different. Do these open? They do not open. Alright. So this should be the bakery sell point. Okay. And our wool sell point should be across the street. Selling point for wool. So let's look at the map. That's basically everything. We've seen this on another map. That's all the buy points. The only thing else that we would possibly look at would be taking a look at some of these other fields. But a field's a field, and we've all seen fields before. So we're going to close this stream down, and I'm going to reset again for map number 4. I will be back with you in about 2 minutes.